All right. Yeah. Start from this corner, yeah. Okay. What's my render at? That's why. Goodness. Yo, what's up, Skega? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's probably good. Now we can start focusing on these layers. Silverfish! More! I hate the government. 11 guitar solos. Yeah. Now you're a joke. Sounds like a YouTube comment joke. What's up, Strav? How you doing? comment on a beat map close enough. Yeah, I did see there was a recent ranked map of this song, and it reminded me, like, this album is actually really good. The first time I heard anything off of it was an old map of Hangar 18. Just has a really good energy to it. Yeah, a little change of pace. Honestly, I need my playlist for this stream to be more schizo. Mhm. What is that? Open? I would like you to describe it first. Okay, one sec. What is this? What is this? I see. It's something. Okay, this sounds interesting. Back to the old tech. Yes, sir. One chunk at a time with the timer. We're back to it. I think it's the best way to make the deep slate section of the project feel more interesting and keep my sanity. If it keeps my sanity, it works, yeah. Yesterday was technically our fastest chunk so far. Let me see how long it was. It was like an hour and 30 something ish minutes. An hour and 34 minutes and 26 seconds. Am I gonna do that for all of them? That's the idea. And it just so happens that 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, that's because I was doing it from surface, yeah. Deep slay is the majority of the digging time. Currently it takes about an hour and 40-ish minutes for like a normal, like fully dense deep slate chunk. Which just is like just long enough for me to do one chunk per night stream. Or short enough, rather. Like, I can absolutely do a chunk every night that I stream. If that's the longest it takes. Which is really satisfying. Like, it's actually, like, the perfect length. I don't work tomorrow, so I'm possibly gonna do a longer stream. I mean, I will do a longer stream tomorrow. I don't know how long, though, but I want to get some good digging in tomorrow. But yeah. The most recent thing I've posted was when I reached full deep slate across the entire area. I think for this, I was thinking either doing it by number of chunks, like for updates, or by just like doing it like once every week. Whichever I feel like makes more sense. Like, I don't know if I should do it every, like, Every like 10 or something, I don't know. Because when you look at how much I've dug so far, you can like barely see a difference so far. Depends on how often I stream. Well, I mean, so far since I've come back from my little break, I have been streaming every day, which means I've been doing at least a chunk a day. Of course. It's one of those things where I of course will need breaks eventually. And also I need to do more than one a day on average. Because if I do one a day, I will not complete this until 2028. Like literally August 2028. Which is way too long. I can't spend... I mean, I could, but like I'd rather not be spending 3 years on this. I mean, granted, it would only be like 100 minutes every day for that time, which is far less than I ever spent on OC completion. OC completion, I was doing an average of 4 hours every day for like 4 years, which is unbelievable when I really think back on it. And that's just gameplay time, by the way, not even including menuing time or anything. I was going in crazy mode. And by the way, that's like average. I looked at an OSU website that like tracks like scores and stuff. And I kid you not, I literally have like over like 150 plus sessions that are considered 10-hour plus sessions. Literally every off day that I had, I would just clock in crazy hours to make up for the fact that I was, you know, working full time at the same time. So obviously I can't play 10 hours on days where I have work. It certainly was no-lifing to an extent, but I also was working full time, which is the weirder thing. I should make it daytime again. But yeah, it was not a grind I think I can repeat. That is a once in my lifetime level of grind. That's why you gave up on farming, scoring, completion. I don't blame you. I mean, okay, farming score you don't need to play like that. Not at all. But completion, low-key, is a grind that you only do if Osu is the only game you want to play for the next half a decade, at least. You only do completion is if Osu is like your passion. Which, I mean, when I did completion, it really was. But I just don't have... Well, also, for the majority of OC completion, I also wasn't in a relationship, so I had the free time to just kind of do whatever. But now that I have a real relationship that I care about and other responsibilities, and you know, just getting older too, like it's just, I can't put in hours like that into games. I mean, I could, but not like literally every single day, you know? Like tomorrow, I probably, if I really wanted to, could do like a 12-hour session of this. But I can't do that almost every day, or even guarantee that I can do that every weekend. Like that's pretty hard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do plan on doing occasional streams that long. I mean, unless I get really into it. pick is going to break. Nah, we're good. I'm aware. I'm aware. Don't worry. As soon as the red disappears, then I can switch away. You'll still have like 70 durability after that. I've broken too many picks. That's true, but I've gotten a lot better. Yeah, because I've broken so many, I'm actually way more aware now. I haven't broken like more than one pickaxe since I started mining Deep Slate, which is honestly incredible. I mean, it's easier because, you know, you're going so much slower most of the time, but like I feel like you also zone out easier when you mine Deep Slate. There's been close calls though. I think there was one time where I got a pickaxe to like 5 durability or 3 durability, and then like realized somehow before I broke it. So there's been close calls. Plenty of times where I'm like at like 40 or 50 durability, which isn't crazy low, but still pushing it a little bit. For sure. Why don't I have a durability mod? I don't know. I think it kind of it's a nice little challenge to have, and it keeps me like alert. Like I can't just completely zone out, which is I think healthy for me. I don't really want this to be like a completely mindless type thing. I want my brain to be engaged a little bit. So thinking about durability every so often is a good thing. Yes, sir. Off topic, but engineers make straight roads with a slight curve so drivers don't fall asleep. Yeah, that type of thing exists. Oh, silverfish. Now I'm aware that my pick is almost broken, although silverfish gave me a little XP. So I can go a little longer. Oh wow, that's actually quite a bit more. That was like plus 60 or plus 70 durability there. Stop edging, guys. You don't have to say it like that, man, but it's okay. I want to get as much durability as I can out of my pickaxe. It would be a waste for me not to at least deplete the red in the bar before I switch away. But yeah, that is a real thing. At least in America, our roads do slightly curve sometimes, but in like residential areas, that doesn't really happen. Like the roads are pretty straight because they kind of have to be. But yeah, on like freeways and stuff, roads do absolutely curve a little bit, and they also have ridge markers on the sides of roads where it's like if your tire goes over it, it doesn't pop or anything, but it makes a really loud noise. And it will jolt you awake if you are actually sleepy. Because it's a very uncomfortable feeling. It doesn't damage the car or anything, but it is a very helpful thing to have. I mean, it might damage your car if you literally just constantly drive over it, but driving over it for like a moment or two is not bad at all. Good Cornu, what's up? Welcome once again. How are you doing tonight? See, look at all this durability I got from those silverfish. Look at how much more mining I got out of it. So epic. You all right? I'm good. I'm happy that I don't have any more work for the rest of the week. It's finally my weekend. I'm very tired from work though. So this is just another short little late night stream, but tomorrow might be able to do some more and probably earlier in the day too. Streaming at night is not really my preference. Oh man. Do you even have time to cook something for myself? Yeah, actually. I made dude. Oh, you mean like before the stream? Yeah, because you know what I do? On my weekends, I actually batch cook food for myself. Not just for streaming, obviously, but also for like having food to eat at work that's cheaper than, takeout or whatever. Dude, I made this red lentil curry last week. It might be the best thing I've ever made. It's so good. It's like a red lentils with curry powder, turmeric, coconut milk, tomato, onion, garlic. Oh man, it was so good. I mean, I still have some in the freezer currently. Because it was like 4 days worth of food that I made. I didn't realize I was gonna make that much, but it turned out beautiful. Sounds exotic. I mean, it's more like Middle Eastern Indian type food. I mean, it's definitely an Indian dish, but like I've eaten something very similar even in my Arab household. It is yummy. It low-key tasted a lot like some of the Indian takeout I've had over here. Like I was surprised how like delicious it came out. Like I normally find home cooking to be a little less tasty than eating out, but this was one dish where I'm like, nah, this is like I'd rather eat this. And that made me really happy and proud of myself, especially because I'm not a good cook. I'm finally getting better at it. And it doesn't even take that long to make. I think like if I knew everything I needed to do for it beforehand, because I made it for the first time last week. If I knew how to make it from like memory, I could probably make it in like 45 minutes at most. And most of that is literally just letting it simmer on the stove. Like you don't have to do much except stir it once every like 10 minutes. It's really easy to make. It's just throwing everything into a... Like, the hardest part is literally just chopping the onion and then cooking the onion for a few minutes before you dump everything else in. Got a crock pot? I actually don't. I was thinking I might want to get one. Yeah. I do have a rice cooker, but I don't know if I can... I mean, I'm sure if I tried, I could use it to make those types of recipes too, but it is a very simple one. My rice cooker is low-key the goat. Like I love rice. Rice is just it's just so cheap and filling. I try not to eat too much of it though, because past a certain point, it's not good for you. But like I don't know, like a cup of rice isn't that bad for you, especially if you only have that amount in a day for rice. Dad recently got a crock pot and it's worth it. Yeah, I'm strongly considering it. I just want to improve my cooking skills first before I continue. Good night. All right, see ya. But yeah, I think I want to get better at cooking on the stove before I start doing that. Just because I actually do like learning the cooking process when I'm doing it at home. I hate cooking at work though. Cooking at work is like just mindless, boring, and just also physically challenging because I'm doing 11-hour shifts. So obviously the last thing I want to do after cooking is come home and do more cooking. That's why batch cooking has saved me. Batch cooking and also just having stuff in my freezer or fridge that I can easily throw together into a meal. I don't need like a hot, fresh meal every night. I just need food in my belly, you know? So sometimes I had a night where my dinner was literally just like a yogurt bowl. And I just threw a whole bunch of stuff into it. It was delicious. Just some non-fat yogurt. And it was great. Low-key was more of a girl dinner than a real dinner, but I didn't need as much that night, so it worked. It worked out. Worked at a diner for a month. 13-hour shifts. Yeah. Dude, one of my first weeks at my current job, I had to do a 12 and a half hour shift, and it was messed up. Yeah, working 13 hours is no joke. That's when you start like anything can make you mentally and physically snap. I don't know if it's just because of my chronic illness, but I really enjoy food. Just eat to survive. That's really unfortunate. I love food. Food is one of the pleasures in life that I enjoy. I don't always eat for pleasure though. Like sometimes you just gotta have the nutrition paste type meal to get through your day. And that's cheap. I try to have enjoyment with my food. Yo, what's up, Muffin? How you doing tonight? Just because you're limited? I mean, what can you not have? Can't have bad food because then you dislike your meal. I mean, I don't like eating bad meals, but there are times where you just kind of... If you have a bad meal, but it's like the only food you have, you just gotta tough it out and just consume it just to get through your day. There's been times where I made food for myself, realized I didn't like it very much, but I was like, well, I don't got any other choice if I don't want to spend a lot of money on like takeout or whatever. I just gotta eat this. Yeah, spending money on food you don't like is like, especially if it's like a restaurant food type situation, it's like that's awful. If it's like food you cook yourself, I mean, it's more of like a, it's more on you. Unless the ingredients themselves are just bad. Alright, go enjoy sandwich. But I'm kind of curious on like what type of food is like normal for like Americans to eat that a diabetic person can't have. I mean, I understand like sugar, right? But I'm not really too sure on like what causes problems. Carbs. Oh, so like rice or something like that? Would that be an issue too? I feel like I've heard something like that. But I'm not 100% certain. carbs turn into sugar. Man, that rice, bread, potatoes, that is that is unironically stuff I eat every single day. I would I would probably hate food too if I can't have the things I literally eat every single day. Literally all of my meals are either rice, bread, or potatoes. Or some combination of all of them. You can have them in moderation. Yeah. But like I don't have them in moderation. They are the main part of my meal. Especially rice. Rice is just like ultimate filling food for me. Just helps a dish be more filling without it being like a salad. I still very picky on that. I'll eat it if it's served to me, but I won't make one. I've gotten better about that because I used to not even eat it if it was served to me, but now I can eat it if it's served to me. Right, yeah. I mean, I feel like the American diet is a lot of those things, especially meat or bread and potatoes. And then like in like my family's culture, rice is served with almost every meal. It's like how could you just have like unless you're eating like a sandwich. But then of course like that's bread, that's still carbs. Yeah. That's rough. I'm sorry I'm sorry your body is messed up like that. I mean, I work with someone who has a celiac disease, and they just can't have any gluten of any kind. Like, not even a morsel, or they get really sick. And I'm just like, I'm sorry to hear that. So anyways, I made myself a grilled cheese last night. It's okay. I'm allowed to say that because they think it's really funny. But I do feel bad for them because like there was a time in their life where they did eat bread and they miss bread. Silverfish. Oh, so satisfying. I love amethysts. Really should go gluten-free and low carb. I forgot what the term I'm looking for is, but isn't there like oh actually I might be thinking of keto. I think that's something different. I think that one's I think no sugar? I don't remember. I don't know dieting terms. Yeah. No carbs or sugars. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know. I personally have taken the approach of I will eat the foods I like, but just less to lose weight. That's what I've been doing. And I've lost a considerable amount of weight since I've started doing that a year ago. That's the healthy way. I mean, it also because some of the foods I like aren't filling at all, I've kind of stopped eating the ones that make me not full. Like they keep me hungry. I mean, like, the easiest thing is, like, potato chips, right? Like, those literally, you could eat 10 quadrillion calories of those and not feel full. Which is insane, because potatoes on their own are actually, like, some of the most satiating foods that exist. But potato chips are, like, evil. Another food is, pizza. I love pizza, but pizza quite literally does not make me feel any more full. Even if I have an entire like uh not large. I can't eat a large in one sitting, especially not anymore. But like a medium pizza, if I ate that in one sitting, like I'll feel full for like 2 hours and then I'll be like, wait, I'm actually really hungry again, but I already ate my entire day's worth of calories in one sitting. So like, well, I can't eat anymore the rest of the day. Oh my goodness, satisfying blocks, more of them. Yo, what's up, girl? How you doing tonight? Also, time save. I don't know why pizza doesn't taste as amazing as it used to when you were younger. What about it does not taste good, if you can describe? I still enjoy pizza, but it's just way too high calorie and not filling at all for me, so I very seldom eat it now. Yeah, I mean, it also, like, pizza varies a lot by where you get it from. Like, there's some pizza chains I absolutely will not go to, and then others where I'm like, I can eat this. True, Muffin. Somehow he will wake up and be like, I must be here. Even though I've never seen him up at this time. Welcome back, Strav. Doing good. There was a fire on the floor above you. Uh-oh. I hope they are okay, and I hope you are okay as well. It's a little spooky. Okay, we are halfway through the chunk. Very nice. Yeah, we're okay. It was a baby fire. Okay. Just a little rascal of a fire. Also, sorry, 1 second. Oops. What do you mean, oops? BRB, alright. You mean oops? Oh, okay. Well, now I understand. Dang, this might be a fast one, even if it doesn't have any air pockets. Lots of insta-mine blocks. I mean, we're already halfway through, and we're only at 45 minutes. It might be possible to beat yesterday's chunk, which was the fastest one so far, at 1 hour and 34 minutes. Well, I mean, okay, it was 1 hour and 34 minutes and 26 seconds, so... Still have PTSD from the dense chunk the other day. Yeah, that was about as dense as they get. Although, let me check something really quick. Sorry, time loss, but... The densest chunk we've dug so far was chunk number 3. So that might be the one you're thinking of. 15.3k blocks. Which is kind of insane. Time loss. My bad. Yeah. Can someone do a calculation for me? Since I don't want to incur more time loss. Oh, and there's air pocket here. This actually might be the fastest one so far. I have a good feeling about this one. Okay, let me actually get back up. But if someone could do a calculation for me, this would be appreciated. I just need to know what 256 times 60 is. $15,360. Wait. Oh my god, chunk 3 was less than 40 blocks away from being that number. That was an extremely dense one. The chunk number 3 was 15,328. Yeah, this song's awesome. Okay, but I gotta lock in. No more tabbing out. Dude, I still have more of this geode left. I mean, this is the last 2 layers of it, but so free. Free for a chunk that doesn't have like a massive air pocket to start. And you sat through the entirety of it. You were a trooper. Chunk 3 is the dense chunk. I really do wonder if we'll find a chunk denser than that. Oh my goodness, and Silverfish? I mean, Silverfish is honestly a time loss, but it is durability gain. Oh my goodness. Chunk 3 had so many silverfish. That was probably what the rest of the blocks were. Is literally just that. Now, to be fair, the number is going to be a little bit off just because sometimes they do make mistakes of mining into other chunks. But usually those numbers are small enough where it doesn't make much of a difference anyways. The only time it would matter is if I literally did it enough where I would be over the number of blocks possible in a chunk, which I wasn't. And I mean, that one was, like, very visibly dense. Like, you can just tell. Point 32. Oh, time loss. I need my bed. I consider vines to not be partial blocks. That's why I actually cleared out all the vines that I could find across the walls of the chunk area. Thankfully, they're pretty easy to get rid of. You can just pour a water bucket and it gets rid of them. And I consider that not to be cheating because vines are really stupid. Like, they can just infinitely reproduce. So I feel like it's not really... It counts as a block, but more like visually than like actually as a block. You know what I mean? To me, it feels weird for them to exist in the area. But they, as far as I'm aware, don't really count as a block. I cancel out by making obsidian? Absolutely. By the way, my obsidian shulker is actually getting close to full, because there was a chunk where I got a lot of obsidian, like almost 2 stacks. We're finally reaching that point where I need to start putting my obsidian into a chest. Or a double chest, rather. Okay, that was pure efficiency right there. Just opened and drank from my water bottle while mining. No, don't put it into a chest. Just place it. I mean, I probably would end up with enough obsidian to make an obsidian outline of the chunk area. Okay, actually I have no idea if that's true, but could you imagine? The chunks of doom and digging. There's no doom here. We're having a blast. Although we're not literally blasting. No TNT allowed. Oh. But yeah. Obsidian chunk. Imagine an entire chunk of obsidian. Sounds like you are a dwarf, my friend. Sorry, is there a... Oh. We're chill. We're chill.
Thank you.
Thought it was one of the sensors for a second. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Make a giant obsidian monolith made of funky shapes. That way the future generations of villagers speculate about the existence of alien life forms. So basically Stonehenge. You want me to make Stonehenge, but made out of obsidian. Do I have at least 16 stacks and 4 blocks of obbies? I think I already have that much. Because the shulker is 27 stacks, and I'm pretty sure my shulker is nearly full. So... Okay, but see, I might not want to do that just in case we reach 1,024 chunks and they're like, okay, but wait, what about one more? And then one more, and then one more. And then another one. And then another one. Okay, probably not, but you never know. I'll leave the option open. Oh god, now slimes... It seems like last chunk was our first slime chunk. Because now we got those guys hanging out. I hate slimes. They're cute, but they're really annoying and time loss. Also, wait. When I said we were halfway, we were at like 45 minutes. And now we're still under an hour and we're more than 2/3 of the way through. We're cruising. It seems like most of the time save is over though. That's okay though. That is alright. Kind of losing my position over here. Let me make this a little more obvious for myself again. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this so far. I'm really liking this format for specifically deep slate only portions of chunks. I think actually works really well. And like I mentioned earlier on stream, the densest of chunks is still short enough for me to like be able to do at least one chunk every single night after work, which is really good. Satisfying too. Like I have just enough time to do exactly a chunk, even if it's a really dense one. Alright, we are now at 1 hour. Here's another piece of fun. The 1024 chunks when the World Destroyer shows up. Buddy, I am the World Destroyer. Me and my netherite pickaxes are here to destroy the world. Don't need anything more than that. I am glad this one is going to be a seemingly short one, though, because I also want to do a relatively short stream today. I am pooped, but I also do want to do a little bit of Usu before I go to bed. So, I'm glad this one turned out to be relatively short. But beware, guys. Tomorrow's an off day from work. I repeat, off day from work. So we are in prime position to do a long session tomorrow. First one since we've done the chunking, or at least the first one I know can be a long session. Hey. I do want to make sure to sleep because mobs will harass and spawn and harass me down at the bottom. That will be an issue. Especially as we finally start digging chunks far enough away from other ones where mobs have the ability to spawn. One nice thing, though, is when I'm mining, like, just one chunk at a time, though, at least within the chunk itself, nothing should be able to spawn, even if I'm digging in complete darkness. Yeah, those slimes are definitely gonna harass me. I gotta have a... I mean, I think I do have a strategy lined up for it, but... yeah. Oh, and by the way, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I am keeping track of blocks mined, time spent per chunk. I think eventually I will make this like a spreadsheet that you guys will like be able to just pull up. But I want to make it look a little nicer first. Right now it's literally just plain text, absolute bare minimum type deal. I mean, I don't need to make it I don't need to make it look super nice because it's mainly for me anyway, but I do want it to be a little more interesting to look at. And I also do want to see if I can maybe track some more stats per chunk too. Like I think another stat would be like deep slate mined, and then also maybe diamonds obtained if I can figure that out. Might be a little bit hard for these past few chunks just because I'm not really paying attention that much to it. I mean, deep slate mined, I know a way to find out even if I can't figure it out. Like, just by looking back at the streams. I could always load up backups, or I could even use a mod for that, but... yeah, I don't know. Could just be something. Or maybe I could even just write down, like, notes. Just if anything interesting happens at all. Back. Welcome back. No problem. Currently blazing through this chunk. You know, as fast as you can blaze through a chunk full of deep slay anyway. All clean and ready for bed. Very nice. Ugh. Man, I should learn how to do this while being in bed. I need to find a setup for me to be able to lie down while I do this. Get a laptop. I mean, I do have a laptop, but it's a pretty old one. And also, laptops suck. 240p stream. Wait, true. I should learn how to chunk while sleeping. True. Wait, imagine how efficient I would be if I could mine the entire time I'm sleeping. Wait, guys, hear me out. What if I started mining chunks while I'm cooking food at work? Genius. Yeah, I just need to be able to bend reality just so I can mine chunks. You know, a very good usage of that power. Just get psychic powers. Sure, I'm an idiot for not being born with psychic powers, aren't I? What a fool. Just like I'm an idiot for not being born into an extremely wealthy family. Like, why didn't I just be born rich? So dumb. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Next roll, I'll get it. Just pay someone to chunk for you and use AI disguise their voice as yours. Oh god, I don't even want to think about the AI. We're so cooked. We're cooked! Ha! Imagine you thinking that teleportation will be a thing accessible to us poors. Okay, the bank account eye scanner thing it has probably already happened to people today. That's not that I'm pretty sure that's a real thing, or at least like I think you can do fingerprints for sure. I don't know about eye scanning. But I'm sure if it doesn't exist, it will very quickly. I know the bank I use allows for fingerprint like logins. And I'm just like, that is the easiest way for me to give up my privacy. $1 centimeter minus $1 trillion. But also $1 trillion in that age is actually like 350 USD in today's currency. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Can't get the ads off my VR eyewear. God, I will die on the hill that ads are the worst thing ever created. I hate advertising. Creeper. Ah! Sorry, you scared me. Ah! You guys need to stop doing that. Boom! One of these days, a creeper's just gonna kamikaze from like one of those openings. I really should have my chest plate on when I know that's possible. Just for maximum protection. That will be terrorism in 2030, Grill. You play this every time you start a world. Yeah, this song is awesome. I mean, honestly, pretty much every song from C418's Volume Alpha is absolute peak. Alright, let me get the diamonds. Look at all those diamonds. Gonna be able to make a diamond beacon in no time. Ooh, Vein of 8. How many will we get? I got 13. That is actually not very good. Oh well. Hell. True. Should have just gotten better luck. Kids when they think LMNOP is one letter. It's not. Sorry to break the news to you. Oh man, we are almost done with this chunk already. It's crazy. Less than 10 layers. Ooh, I see more diamonds that are actually in our chunk to mine. Last chunk we mined, we literally didn't get diamonds until the very last layer. It was super close to being a no diamond chunk, which is honestly pretty rare. I think the last time I tried a chunk mining world, that only happened one time out of like 70 chunks. Ooh, nice. So the fact that we almost got one that quickly was impressive. I do wonder how many we'll end up with at the end. I feel like it's going to be a lot more than 0, but who knows? Okay, now we're finding tons of diamonds. And of course, there's even more diamonds right on the chunk border that are not accessible to me for now. Okay, let me... That is the wrong thing. I want to use this pickaxe. Okay. Best block of the game? Deep Slate. Easy question. Next. You want to play Minecraft but usually do modded? Do it. Play modded. There's nothing wrong with playing modded. You don't have to play like me, that's for certain. Sponge. Sponge is a good block. Dude. Dude. What's up, Thor? What's up, dude? You're off the chicken jocker. Chicken jockey. Oh, that was a funny one. Honk. He would love that. How are you doing, Thor? Waterlogged, waxed, lightly weathered, chiseled, grated copper stair, bulb trapdoor. Sure. Whatever. You're drunk and eating beans. That's a vibe. I could smash a bowl of rice and pinto beans in like 5 minutes right now. Just throw it down and just eat it all. Just a 1,000-calorie bowl of pinto and rice. Officially hopped on Sam's Cola as opposed to Coca-Cola. The recession is upon us. That really is a recession indicator. The renovation. There was a good while when I still drank full sugar soda that I actually did switch to Sam's Cola instead of drinking like Pepsi or Coke because we had no money and we're literally in debt. And I was like, well, this is cheaper. I think Sam's is absolutely a fine substitute for regular Coke. No Sam's Club soda. It's the opportunity is literally right there and they don't go with it. What's Sam's Cola? It's basically just Walmart brand Coca-Cola. It's the stuff you buy when you need to save money on soda. Yeah. This is the music they play at your job. I'm sorry that we are traumatizing you. The only music that gets played at my job is literally either sad white girl music or like 60s to 80s classic rock music. That's it. So your music basically, yeah. I wish they would change it up sometimes, you know, just sprinkle in some breakcore every once in a while. Alright, final 2 layers. This is easily gonna be the fastest one, guys. We are blazing. The previous fastest was the last chunk, and that was an hour and 34 minutes. This is gonna be like almost 10 minutes faster. Richard Cheese. Richard Cheese is the GOAT. Is that Bedrock? We are at Bedrock. Final 2 for this chunk. Daft Punk 12 time. Yeah. To be fair, I'll give my coworkers respect. Anytime Daft Punk has come on, they usually just skip it. So, that's chill. Oh my god. And we got Instamind blocks all the way down here. I'm actually being spoiled. This chunk, despite how dense it is super fast. You should definitely use that on someone. That is a good line. And then they'll be like, "What?" Okay, I do need to sleep one more time, just so nothing spawns down here. No, but I should. Although I'm sure I do a little honk shoe when I'm actually asleep. Okay, this is my method to deal with slimes. I just create a little wall like this. So that way I can delay them attacking me for as long as I can. Okay, time! What's my hotkey? There it is. Okay. I'll retime that. It's probably like 1:25:39 or something, but very, very nice. That is legit 9 minutes faster than the last chunk. I keep forgetting what the hotkey I use for this is, because I'm trying to put it away, like not near any keys I would normally press. It's Alt and then left bracket. That is my hotkey for the timer currently. A combination that I would normally never press. But yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can actually make out like the difference. Like, can we actually see how big of a hole this is yet, or is this still way too small in the grand scheme? I have to like load this all up. Nuclear launch code hotkey. True. God. My PC. This is normally easier to load when I'm not streaming. To be fair. What happened with the water here? Wait, I placed this water and I flew away so long ago that it never actually finished loading. That's funny. I think that's when I was clearing all the vines off the walls. And I just flew away before it had time to actually stop. Oh, here too. That's funny. It's happened multiple times. That's great. Okay. It's all loading in. Now we gotta fly up. Hold on, I'm gonna take a quick bite while I'm flying. Okay, it's not really loading in like how I want it to. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see it a little bit, but it's hardly anything. We got a lot to go. Let me see if I can see from like the top of the mountain. Ouch. Yeah, I mean that's barely a dent. Actually, now I'm curious because that's oh, let me update the counter as well. Guys, six chunk. Let me see what percentage we are done. we are not close. That's all I'll say. We're at 0.005% done. If I'm doing math correct. Maybe I'm not, but either way. If you have a child, you should make their avatar your avatar except with Zoran. True? True? Nuclear true? No, my bed! Ooh. Anyways. I should name my child Thermonuclear Warhead. Or I should name them Nuclear True. Okay, but anyways, that's gonna be enough for me tonight, guys. Short little night stream, but I will be back tomorrow. Off day from work. Longer stream alert. Be ready. I'll probably start no later than 1 p.m. my time. But yeah, oh wait, thunderstorm, get that out of here. But yeah, good session today. Very nice. I am gonna get out of here. These creepers are scaring me. I will be back tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching. Good night. Goodbye. See you then.